Hi there guys, Sam here. Join me once again in the Golf R for another video, and this video is around what's going to happen with my Golf R in 2020. So I'll get straight into the video really. So yeah, once again the Golf R, nearly up to 26,000 miles now in the car. We're in a cold, wet, actually quite sunny today, December morning, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about kind of the plans for the Golf R in 2020 and kind of reflect on kind of a little bit of the last year as well. First of all, the car has been brilliant. It's just been so faultless for me, and I can't really thank it enough because it's fitted into my life so well, and it's been able to do everything that kind of a normal car should be able to do exceptionally well, but then also be such a blast and a fun drive. And after this video, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a blast, because there's nothing better than to drive a car like this when the roads are a bit damp, it's a little bit cold. I've got relatively new tyres on the car, so you know, they're only Pilot Sport 4s, so they're really good in the wet. And hammering it down my favourite kind of back road in this car is kind of what I want to do. And it's just so brilliant at that. I suppose really I kind of want to reflect on kind of three things that is kind of over the ownership of the car that I really kind of have appreciated about the Golf R. So the first thing, and I've kind of touched on already, is how good it is to just be a normal car. And I suppose I kind of appreciate that more. The fundamentals is actually just to do normal car stuff. I know, as boring as it might sound, doing shopping, doing the commuting, getting people in it, you know, being able to put my bike in it really easily, that kind of side of it, it's been really, really good at it. And because of that, it makes me not want to really own another car, frankly. You know, I'm happy to see this out for as long as I can, right until the electric revolution really does get us, which I think will happen in years to come, whether we like it or not. The second thing, and this is actually quite recently, in sort of the last 6 months, I've noticed how really, really entertaining it is in the corners. Actually, in the twisties, it's actually a lot more fun than I probably gave it credit to. Coming from a Fiesta ST, I probably initially criticised the car quite a lot, particularly before I actually started doing YouTube. Actually, the first 3 months of me owning this car, I didn't really like it, to be honest. Off the back of the Fiesta ST, my Mark 7, it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't as fun, simply because it wasn't as light and it wasn't as agile, and that kind of put a downer on it, particularly when you've spent a fair amount of money on a car. But actually, since I fitted the new tyres as well, the front end grip is just incredible, particularly in the cold. You know, you can just hammer it in and it will just take it, and it will take it with no fuss, and it's such a joy to drive. And on those cold starts, you know, I'm normally out the door about 6 in the morning, and it's there for me to just get me out and you know, get me out of trouble as well when I need it. And junctions, roundabouts, all the sort of boring stuff where you need to really get a shift on as well from a standstill, the four-wheel drive, it just flies you along. And it's those little things that actually make up to making this car really, really special just as a normal car. Yeah, and it's a load of fun as well at the same time. And it's just a car that makes you just want to go out for a drive. And you know, if a car can do that, you know you've got the right one. Just to go out for a drive, just for the sake of going for a drive, it's just brilliant. Had it with my last car, the Fiesta ST, I've got it with this one, and it's brilliant. And that's also sort of made me realise that you don't just have to, it's not just a point and squirt kind of car, you don't just have to have fun in a straight line. Number 3 is it's just a brilliant place to spend time in. You know, I've unfortunately had plenty of time stuck in traffic, and just to be in here, it's great. You know, it's such a well-made interior. You know, I keep, you know, care of it as much as I can as well. You know, the little blue stylings when it's dark look really, really cool. The steering wheel's great. You know, not everyone's a big fan of leather steering wheels. They might want Alcantara and all that stuff, but for me, it's great. It's weared really, really well. There's like no marks on it at all. And all of those actual things really do add up. And you know, why would I want to get another car, kind of thing? You know, this is the one for me. And you know, I just feel privileged that I'm able to do it at this stage of my life, really, and own a car like this, and also share it with you guys as well, which I've enjoyed for the last 2.5 years as well. So moving on from those kind of 3 points, what's kind of next for the Golf R in 2020? Well, I really don't have any kind of plans to kind of sell the car or anything like that. I do take my life kind of day by day these days, so you never say never if something popped up. But for me, four-wheel drive kind of works really well in this country. This car works really well for me. The size of it is perfect. It hits the spot even from a cost perspective as well, it really is it is really affordable to run and to own. And it always puts a smile on my face when, if you're having a hard day or something like that, it really does make you smile. And it makes other people smile as well. Lots of people comment on this car. And, I love the look of it as well. I think the 3-door, and it's a manual as well, it kind of has that sort of almost shooting brakes kind of style look of it. And I like that. And particularly from the rear quarter. I remember looking back on this car when I purchased it from Volkswagen up in Manchester. And after I'd signed on the dotted line, and I was driving away to Tesco's to get some lunch while they were just cleaning the car, and I remember it going into the valet section and just saw the back end of it, and I was like, I've made the right decision. And no turning back. It's been brilliant, and I hope you guys have kind of enjoyed the content on it as well. And, give it a like, give this video a like if you have enjoyed the content, and let me know what more you'd like to see, or what more you'd like to know. I'm just a normal guy. I work, and this is my daily, and what an awesome daily it is to have a 300 brake horsepower 4-wheel drive car going into 2020 is pretty cool. Yeah, and definitely looking forward to getting to grips with the tyres, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. They're now pretty much running, nearly 1,500 miles on them. So that'll be cool going into next year as well. I think they're that good all-season kind of car, that kind of tyre. Fun in the wet, fun in the dry, and it'll be good to see how I get on with those. A car coming up to sort of 3 years old as well. It's going to come out of warranty. Will there be any issues? Touch wood, nothing's gone wrong yet, but it'll be good to see how it gets on. It's got a Halodex service coming up and a major service, so see how that goes as well. In terms of a garage update, we've still got this Golf R and our Mark 7 Fiesta ST as well. I think 2020 probably will be the year when we replace the Fiesta ST. I think 4 years is kind of about right, really. So yeah, I've done a video previously if you want to check that out on whether or not we get a Fiesta ST Performance Edition. There's a few other things we have in mind as well, so watch this space, and I'll obviously share that with you guys on the channel as well. We were also talking about potentially having a third car, just maybe a little bit of a fun car, a bit of a project car to kind of play around with. So that might be quite cool. So watch this space, things may happen. Other than that, I'd like to massively thank you for all the support that you kind of give me over the course of the years that I've been doing YouTube. I think as of today, I'm on around sort of 718 subscribers and about 298,000 views. So probably we'll get over the 300,000 mark by the time this video goes out. So, and that's all down to you guys. I'm really glad that you've kind of been enjoying the content as well. Certainly wish you all the best for the rest of your 2019, and 2020 is just around the corner, and bring it on, really. Although I feel like the car industry is kind of going in a different direction, I'm going to enjoy what we've got while it lasts, and you need no other car, and I couldn't really recommend this car strongly enough if you are interested in getting one, really. And if you look back on older videos on my channel, that should probably give you an idea of whether or not you want one or not. But give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and if you've enjoyed past content as well. Again, plenty to check back on my channel, and I hope you have a great Christmas if you're celebrating Christmas, and a great rest of your 2019. I hope you achieve what you want in 2020 as well. And stay tuned to the channel as well, because I've got plenty more kind of content to show for you guys. I suppose for me as well, I've got a few things I want to do. I'd like to do a few more track days, not actually in the Golf R, but Porsche GT3 991.2. I'd like to try that early part of next year. Whether or not I can get content on that, I'm not too sure, but it's certainly something I want to try. I've got a track day at Brands Hatch as well in a couple of cars, so that should be good fun. I haven't driven around there before. And then there's obviously loads of different things that go on next year, like Goodwood Festival Speed, Formula 1's always on. I'm generally a car guy, so all those things to look forward to, which should be great. But thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to watch my latest video, click up there. If you'd like to watch a video I really think you'd be interested in, click down there. If you'd like to subscribe, please click on the link just in front of my face. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.